What's up, I Waited family? This is Marilyn with I Waited blog. I want to welcome you to the YouTube channel for I Waited. And I also want to welcome new subscribers or people that are just now following the blog. And what I do is I run a purity blog that features, the main component of the blog is to feature married couples that waited until marriage to be intimate as a way to encourage, people like myself who are waiting on marriage. And so I want to welcome you. And so I have a new installment for the YouTube channel, and I'm calling it Fix It Jesus Fridays. So what this is about is I run across craziness on social media all the time. And so literally sometimes I'm just like, Lord, man, fix it, Jesus. Like, seriously, fix it. And so I follow this guy on Instagram, and he has a really big following. Like, of course, it's mainly women, because some women are going to follow any man that has anything to say about relationships, even if it's not sound advice, just because they want someone to speak into them. And so this guy basically wrote a post about why men don't want, what men really mean when they say they don't want a relationship. And so when I read it, I was just like, this is foolishness. But a lot of women were like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Oh man, tagging their friends and oh, this is so true. And I'm just like, oh, we are such a lost generation. Like, let me tell you, we're lost. Well, I'm being found. The Lord is finding me, and I hope and pray a lot of I Waited followers are being found as well, because we listen to a lot of foolishness. But let me read you what this says. So he wrote, just because he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you doesn't mean he doesn't care for you. Men like the companionship of women even without the commitment. It's all about how he communicates it to you and how you accept that, quotation marks, proving your worth doesn't change him. And so he wrote, we care a lot for you even without a relationship. It may sound hard to understand, but that's just how some of us operate. We don't intend on leading you on at all with our actions, and that's why we try to often remind you that we don't want anything serious. If you feel as though you need to prove your worth, that's all on you. But the reason why we are still trying to spend time and care for you is because we already see your worth. We just don't feel relationship-y. I think he made that word up. Just because you're worth a lot doesn't mean people will want to invest in you. They see your value already and still don't want to be committed. That's not a bad thing if he communicates how he doesn't want a relationship. And then I guess someone asked this question, but why is he treating me like he wants one? Because he likes you. For some people, it's as simple as that. We don't invest into everything we like, though. Communication and acceptance keeps friendships alive. Some people may not want a relationship with you, but they care and still want you around. They want the friendships, and sometimes sex is introduced. Sometimes sex is introduced. All the time sex is introduced. Let's be for real. Usually when men are in these situations where they're telling a woman they don't want a relationship, but they care about her, it's because he wants to open that little sliver of door, that little sliver, where he knows that if he kind of cushions it, I care about you, but I don't want a relationship. And so for women, when they hear that, they're like, well, maybe there's a chance that if, we spend enough time together, because he wants to spend time with you. He cares about you and all these other things, but he just doesn't want a relationship. Listen, I've been there. I was in a situation where he didn't want a relationship because, quote unquote, he had been hurt. It was darn near a relationship. We were doing everything you do in a relationship. Only thing was he wasn't ready for a relationship. And so, in your mind as a woman, for me, sex is that thing where I only gave it to people I cared about. Although in that situation, I agreed for it to be just what it was in the beginning. But of course, I guess as time goes on, for men, they can have sex with you for 10 years and not have a relationship nowhere on the horizon, and they don't care. A woman, you know, eventually that's something that's really intimate. And because you're the receptive partner, there's just something that happens there. And so reading this, I was just like, man, this is foolishness. Like total foolishness and total BS. And so I was like, how he said, you know, a man sees your worth and he still doesn't want to invest. A man that sees your worth and doesn't want to invest is a man you need to chuck the deuces to and keep it moving. Like, it's as simple as that. If a man sees your worth, knows your worth, and still doesn't want to commit to you, that means you're not valuable enough for him to commit to. And so that's just like seeing a dress. It's $200, but you're like, I'm not paying $200 for that dress. You know it's worth $200, but you're still not going to pay it. Or you see something that you want to buy. I want a Porsche Panamera. It's $78,000. I can't afford $78,000 right now. One day I will, but not right now. And so for some men, they're like, I can't afford her right now. And it's not I'm not talking monetary. I'm talking, he can't afford the woman that you are. And I'm trying hard to explain this because I don't want it to be like you're higher than him or whatever. But for some men, they know a woman is already at a certain point in her life where he has to come correct. And if he can't come correct, then he will try to get what he can get in that moment. And if you allow him, he will do it. And sometimes not feel guilty about it. And so men have to stop telling women that you care about them, you like them, you want to spend time with them, y'all going to the movies, doing all this stuff, but you don't want a relationship. No. Women, stop falling for the okie doke. He told you he didn't want a relationship. Believe what he said. Take what he says at face value. If he says he doesn't want a relationship, he doesn't want a relationship. Oh, well, I just want to see where this goes. I just want to chill, you know, because he doesn't want a relationship. Well, I think you're good people. You know, I think you'll make a great wife one day. He does not want a relationship. And then men be straight up. I don't want a relationship with you. It's not that he doesn't want a relationship, because when the right woman comes along, he's going to be in a relationship. With the guy I was talking about in the beginning of this video, he didn't want a relationship with me. Soon as the right girl came along, he was in a relationship. And guess what? They have a baby now and they're engaged. Okay? So it was me, and which is fine. I'm definitely not bitter. That was years ago and I no longer care. I really, really don't care. And so, you know, but we have to realize that for some men, you may just be that person that's for right now. And if you're okay with being that person that's for right now, then have at it. But if you're not okay with that and you're going to get your feelings hurt, then you need to chuck the deuces and stop letting men make you fall for the okie doke. It's the for real okie doke. It's foolishness. And you eliminate these types of situations when you do things the right way. You meet someone, they court you, you learn who they are, you learn what they're about, you learn their morals, their values, then you know that he's not going to treat you any kind of way, because sex blinds you. Like, sex blinds your vision. When you're having sex with somebody, he's putting it on you, you're putting it on him. You're not going to think about the fact that he talks to you any kind of way, he treats you any kind of way, he doesn't answer your phone calls. You're not going to think about those things because you're thinking about the fact that think about the fact that last night he put it on you real good. So, men and women, we really the Lord. We need the Lord to fix this broken love system that we have. It's a mess. Like, let's just all really be honest. If you're someone that really, you're waiting, you want marriage, then you can't be just having sex with any and everybody, or allowing men to tell you that, you know, they kind of sort of like you, they don't really know, but, you know, we're going to see where this goes. This is just the first installment. I didn't even expect this video to go this long. So leave comments below. I have a few ideas for what I want to talk about in the coming weeks, but I may need your help. So if you have any ideas for any topics for Fix It Jesus Fridays, send them to me, email them to me, iwaitedblog@gmail.com, and I'll definitely include them in the rotation weekly. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy doing this. Really, really enjoy doing this. So I thank you guys for watching. Leave comments below. Subscribe to the I Waited YouTube channel. And I love you guys. Bye.